with the Berkshire Hathaway, and I am here today with Pauline. She is the founder and owner, you and your husband,
Yes.
of Perk Eatery in Scottsdale. They are located on the corner of 64th Street and Greenway. Hi, Pauline.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for being here. So I know you have a lot of fame that precedes you, so I really appreciate you taking the time for us today. But I know our neighborhood is really important to you,
Yes.
and we'll talk about that. But first of all, what made you decide to open this business?
Well, my husband and I both have restaurant backgrounds. I grew up in the business. My husband's been in the business for over 25 years. He was in upper management and fine dining for many, many years. And when we got married, it was pretty much at the beginning of the recession. And my son was very young at the time, and we decided that his late hours weren't conducive with the family lifestyle that we wanted. Since we both had restaurant experience, my industry wasn't doing well during the recession, so we decided to open our own place. We both had plenty of experience, and I could close early and be home with my son in the evening. So that's kind of what prompted us to open,
Yeah. So, what surprised you most about owning a business? And you made that jump, that leap to go out on your own. Any shockers that you surprised you?
Not really shockers. Like I said, I've grown up in this business, and prior to moving to Arizona, I'm from Michigan originally. I had owned 2 restaurants of my own outside of my parents' places. So there were no shocks about the industry itself. I will say that one thing that always does surprise me is, when the restaurant is bustling and busy, and people will say, "Oh my gosh, it must be so much fun to open a restaurant." So, because I grew up in the industry, I always had a different perspective of it. So, from people outside looking in, it looks like it's just this fun, atmosphere, and you're just talking to people. But the thing that is shocking with restaurants specifically is that there are so many moving parts, and if you're not really well versed with the trade, it can be a quite difficult business to be in.
I know. Well, that's such a testament to you, because thinking of my husband's talked about that, and thinking about opening a business, it's like all the inventory and there's so much to wrap your head around.
Yeah, and restaurants specifically are tough because it's like running 2 different businesses at once, because the front is, where the energy is and the action, and then you have this whole real business end of it that you have to really be in tune with. And so it's like balancing 2 different operations at once. So it takes a little bit of work, but we love it.
But you love it, and you do great at it.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of the action, you're world famous, really, right? Just admit it. You've been on, where all have you been featured?
Well, I wouldn't say world famous. We're maybe locally, moderately known.
You're modest.
Yeah. So we've been on the Food Network. We were on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives back in 2013.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, 2011. We were on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, so that was a lot of fun. But prior to that, we had gotten some notoriety in the Valley. We've been on, Phoenix Magazine's top Best of the Valley lists. The New Times Best of the Valley. We've been featured on USA Today Top 10 Breakfast Restaurants in the Country. So we've had a little bit of recognition, but we work really hard for that. So we're grateful that people have taken notice of us.
So how many years have you been here?
It's going to be 10 years in December of this year.
Yeah, and you were just as popular as you were day one.
Yeah, I mean, it's grown obviously with the exposure, but when we opened here, this is another thing that kind of prompted us to come to the Kierland area, because the neighborhood is really so fantastic, and we love that. I'm from the Midwest originally, so I love that Midwest feel. I grew up in a place where you walked into a restaurant and people knew your name, they knew how you liked your coffee, they had it ready for you when you were sitting down. And when I moved to Arizona, the growth had happened so quickly, and so many people were moving here from all over the place. There were really no mom and pop places, especially up here in the Kierland area. I feel like we were a welcome addition to the neighborhood. And so what I love about it is that, you'll see people riding their bikes and they'll park them in front of the restaurant, and they'll come in and they'll see their kids' teachers, or, their pastor, or, it really is a community feel. And if you sit in our place long enough, especially on the weekends when it's busier, we can address probably 60 to 70% of our clientele by name.
That's so neat.
Yeah. So
That's
we love being, that place in the neighborhood.
Well, you live in that place, but everybody's coming here on the weekend, so everybody that's here has that same feeling too. And just that great community feel.
we really strive to have that community feel, and so we love being a part of the Kierland area. It's fantastic, and it's my favorite part in all of it. I feel like this is the pulse of Scottsdale here, so I love it.
I love this area
Yeah.
too. That's so great. So before we end, what's something that you want to share that most people might not know about you?
Something that people don't know about me, well, I've been in restaurants my whole life. I was born and raised in this business, but my degree is actually in design and architecture, so even though my family's been in the business my whole life, and even though I did have my own restaurants prior to Perk, my educational background is actually in design and architecture, and I'm very passionate about that. So that's something that a lot of people don't know. They just think that this is always just what I've done because it comes natural to me. I was kind of born into it.
In your blood,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, but that's really a very, very deep and dear passion for me. So.
Yeah. Well, from one creative endeavor to another.
Yes, I'm definitely a creative person. So, I can take the restaurant as a creative outlet because our menu here is very much conducive to a traditional breakfast and lunch restaurant. You have your classic bacon, eggs, pancakes, and what have you, but the creativity comes in some of our unique dishes that are really unique to us, and we love being able to offer those new and different flavors that you don't normally see in a breakfast
Not at
restaurant.
all. Yeah, I love that. I saw the sign out front with your pumpkin pancakes.
Yes. Yeah, those are really yummy. If you haven't had them, come and try them.
Yeah.
They're very popular.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Pauline. I so appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And enjoyed getting to know you. So everyone, again, this is Pauline. She is at Perk Eatery at 64th Street in Greenway. Come on in and see her. They have a delicious menu, bunch of specials, anything you could want. So come on down and see her.
Yes, and if you tell me your name, I'll try to remember it.
Perfect. Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.